Yeah.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Jai Shri Prabhupada. Welcome to our weekly Bhagavad Sanga program. This is our program where we read a particular set of prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam, and devotees present and share their realizations each week. This week we are continuing our prayers um, for the prayers of Akrura. So very wonderful prayers that Akrura speaks to um, Krishna and Balarama and the Sankarsana form that he sees when he's taking Krishna and Balarama to Mathura. So the reference for these prayers is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 40, verse 1 through 30. Today we have a very wonderful special devotee presenting. It's Grace Svarupa Siddhi Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your service. Over to you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Actually, before starting the session, actually, I will sincerely pray for my Guru Satsara Prabhu and Jashoda Mataji for giving this opportunity. Even though I'm not qualified for this, still just for purification purpose, I'm giving this session. Thank you. And before the starting session, we will start with the Mangalacharan prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितेन भूतले स्वयं स्वपदां हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गे राधा वृन्दे वनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Yeah, I'll share my screen, Prabhu. Yes. Hare Krishna devotees. Today we are discussing the topics of the prayers of Akrura, that is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 40th chapter, and slokas from 1 to 30. These are the very nice prayers by Akrura. Just we will start with about the Akrura, then after we will go through that the prayers, what he he did. Then about the Akrura is a devotee of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he's achieved the perfection by his by his notable prayers. Actually, as you mentioned, like we have like a nine process of the bhakti. Actually, like Stravana Kirtana, Stravana Panivada, something like we have like nine process. Nine process. Akrura is he approached like by praying the God, he got the liberation actually. Mm. Like you will here, how we like that is like as you mentioned, like Akrura is a character of the Krishna, and he achieved perfection by praying the Lord only. That and this 10th canto, especially the 40th chapter, the prayers of Akrura, from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad is a transcendental literature containing the most full description of the Sri Krishna, and including Akrura long prayers. Actually, there are 30 verses or in the prayer. We will cover whatever we can in this session. Yeah. Okay. Compared, and these prayers are like what is it? Akrura will like what happened here? Something like Kamsa actually when the Lord Krishna was raised incognito actually because of the Kamsa had voice from the sky about his death whenever coming from the Vasudeva and but their son should be like killed with the Kamsa. There's one of them say like eighth son will be killed. Kamsa will be killed by the son of the Vasudeva. That's why he want to kill that Krishna actually. What will happen? That's the reason Krishna is born. Kept in incognito for a couple of years. Like after what will happen after 16th of age actually. Narada Muni went to the Kamsa and he tell like he was there actually Krishna he was in the Vrindavan he's there right you can go and just then Kamsa is approached to the Akrura to go and bring the Krishna and Balrama to the Madura for the wrestler competition. Then Akrura will go and will bring that Akrura will go to the Vrindavan and ask Nanda Maharaj and Yashamati to bring to the to come to that to participate in this event actually. And then actually even Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya will be agree with that and even some of the villagers also agree to go to the chariot that event. And then when you approach to that Vrindavan, Akrura like all the gopis and gopas will be angry with him actually. Will be like, very cruel. They feel like oh, he's being very cruel. He's taking Krishna too from us, something like and they will start actually. What will happen like uh, when starting to the from Vrindavan to the Madura, actually, Balrama and Krishna will be in chariot, and chariot will be the Akrura. And Akrura will think like they're in the middle of something, they're in the middle of something like they're going, but Krishna and Balrama ask to stop the chariot in some position. They want to take the bath. Then that's they stop. The Akrura will stop, and Krishna and Balrama will they took the bath, and then after also Akrura will be asked like even he also need to want to take the baths. And then he went to take a bath. Then even he was actually he will think like Akrura will think like oh actually I came from Kamsa because Kamsa sent to me. Even Kamsa is enemy of the Krishna. Still actually I don't know what he will think like Krishna will think about me something like. But actually the as a Garbhodak actually, Shirodak Sai Vishnu, every human being, Krishna, I think like everything, something like William took bath, actually, he's taking bath and he's taking a bath, he sees something, you take both actually Krishna Balaram will see and the water actually see like oh just now I saw them in the chariot they sat in the chariot but how I'm seeing here then he will go back to the chariot and see looking for and there he can see in the chariot he can see the Krishna Balaram and he will come again he'll come to the river and he can find them but he said oh he saw like okay something is there actually then this time he saw in the Krishna and Balaram like Vishnu actually Garbhodak Vishnu and there is that Balrama become as a Ananta Shesha. Then he come to know they are nothing but Krishna is nothing but a Vishnu actually, and there is and Balram is nothing but Ananta Shesha. Then you will think like, and then he'll go back to the chariot. Actually, but chariot again, you will see both of them. Both of them. Then Krishna will ask, "Did you saw something in the water or in the sky? Something you have seen anything? Something like because of Akrura will be in the Bilbil actually. No, water I saw something there are there, but still I'm seeing them here in the water also." Then he's going the confusion place, and by seeing the face, Krishna will ask, "Do you saw something in the water or in the sky? Something like?" Okay, then he say like, "Oh." Then he come to know, okay, he is the nothing but Krishna Balaram, there are nothing but a Vishnu and the Anashesha, there are something. And then he started praying to they are starting praying to the Krishna, and then Akrura started praying some Krishna, and he started like in the first verse, I'm not going to the verse, this time I'm going the detailed, what is the prayers all. Um, in the first verse, like Akrura will treat as a Krishna will become as a is a in the Brahma Samhita first sloka Ishvara Parama Krishna Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. You will think like a is Krishna become a Sarva Karana Karanam like means like a source of all sources. We will mentioning like a source like a Brahma. If you take the Brahma is a creator actually creator of the universe and he is a source of the material universe everything actually even Even you think like even like you have like in the material universe a creator of the Brahma and the rest will become like Shiva something like they are all like a causes of this material universe. But who is the causes of causes? Is the Krishna is like I mean source of source actually. Even there are sources. Brahma is a source. Still is a but Krishna is becoming a source of sources. Actually, he is the one giving the Shakti to the sources. They are working on this energies. That's it. That is the one thing you mentioned, like in the first verse, and you know, and you will say in the first verse, it will tell something like how they are generated, like from the Brahma, even born from his navel, actually from his Garbhoja Sai Vishnu, from the navel of him, actually the Brahma will born, and Brahma will generate that. The material universes will create the material universe, everything. That's one thing. Then and the second verse we discuss about the material body and the transcendental body. How is the material body will form something like the earth, fire, earth, water, fire, air, ether. These all and since it's all like the mind. Actually, these all will form like the material body. Coming to the transcendental body, it's like not equal as a material one. It's like a on top of this all these material elements. That's the second verse will say that, and third verse will come like a in the third verse in the uh, and in the third verse, you display the qualities what we need to acquire, like a, and even if you have by this material body, we can't see that Krishna actually, we can't see him actually. For that, we have the transcendent qualities what we are, like we need to acquire this transcendent qualities. By acquiring the transcendent qualities, only we can see that Krishna. That's the one thing. Um, and there are from fourth verse to the 10th verses all decide about the praying. About there are number of ways how the number of persons how they are passing like how they are praying the Krishna something like in the first way they will think like a pure yogis the pure yogis how they will worship the Lord and the Krishna and this is like karma yogis jnana yogis, something like they'll discuss all these language and will this like personal coordinate. The consisting of you in threefold measure, comparing threefold means living entities and the material elements and that constitute of the living entities, bodies actually. That's control. And the fifth verse will think like it's like a Brahmana, how the Brahmanas will follow the regulative principles concerning the three sacred fires, worships, and you by chanting the mantras and so many things actually. Um, how these Brahmanas will worship the god and even using actually they will follow like a three Vedas actually we have like a Vedas by following the Vedas they worship the Lord actually the Krishna actually and that Vedas appear to be recommended that worship Indra actually these Vedas are recommended to worship the Indra Varuna and some of the demigods and the demigods and there's a are and they are in the Vedas they are treated like that they are like a supreme actually but no, we have the supreme, but and even on the top of that, we have supreme controller with the Krishna. And then that is nothing but is the absolute truth, actually. The absolute, that is the Krishna personality, is a personality of Godhead. And from him only, actually, these all the demigod, Indra, Varna, they all came actually. And they mention like whoever involved in the karma kanda, they will, and they are expecting the fruitive activities, fruitive results of this, and they will pray for this kind of actually. Um, this is way something. And coming to the the verse 6 will be like the result actually modern philosophers how they will preach how they will person by getting the knowledge only they don't bother about that worship of the Lord actual Krishna and they want to get some knowledge because of the region they will go through the Veda the scriptures and they will follow that even they don't think about that what they are getting by going through the knowledge actually they won't think about they are getting the actual the final actually the liberation, the whole thing about that actually. The way and And these are like it should go like in what will happen. There is one sloka. It's discussed like something like a, even some people think like a Shiva is nothing but the Vishnu himself. Actually, either one that is like Shiva is also either one tattva. Like Shiva tattva is a, it came from the Vishnu, but it's not like a, it's like a. Is not equal to the people think like okay Shiva, even Shiva also is like Vishnu, we can praise Vishnu, Shiva by, but these are by Shiva, then people think and that they will follow like that, but it's not like that. Actually, and here what Akrura is telling like we can pray anything, we can any god, we can go any god, we can pray any god, but all the prayers will go to the Krishna only. But something like no, but if you want the ultimate goal of the leg, you need to directly, if you pray indirectly, they'll take it, you will go all, if you pray Indra, Varna, or Brahma or Shiva, something else, indirectly we go to the Krishna only, but it's not like that. If you want to the ultimate the result, then you need to directly, you need to pray the worship the Krishna, not to the demigods or not or Shiva or someone else, not demigods. You need to ultimately you need to pray for that Krishna himself, then you will get the result what you need actually. And thus in that sloka, in the one of the translation telling okay, whatever the rivers actually all the rivers will go to, there is something like all the rivers will go at the end to the whatever mountains. Actually the rivers flow from the mountains by the rain. Actually and the rain comes, the mountains will have the water will come become as a rivers. Actually the river will go at the end to the sea. Actually this is not the way. Actually there are some small rivers also. The small rivers want to merge with the sea, they will be in the middle of the lake. If you in the like that, actually if you are praying it as a demigod, sometimes you can go. Actually that's sometimes you can reach to the supreme personality of God, Krishna, but it's not all the time actually. That is depending on the your sadhana thing. You're continuously doing something, it's okay. If you're not doing like, no, you don't. That's why if you pray directly with the Krishna, then you can get ultimately. If you're not getting right now, at least at the sometime, some birth after also, at least you will get the ultimate goal. That's why he's telling like after telling we need to pray directly to the Krishna, not that demigod setup. And even in the Bhagavad Gita, that ninth chapter verses from 23 25 discuss like Lord Krishna himself told like we need to pray to the Krishna, not the all the demigods. Like those who mention like the translation of these slokas are like those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with the faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. I am the only enjoyer and a master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. Those who worship the demigods will take birth again among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me with life with me. That is what is Krishna himself reading the Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter. We need to worship directly Krishna, not ancestor, not demigods, not someone else. Like that we need to take care of this, and we need to always focus on Krishna, not on any other gods. Actually, this one. And again. Yeah, Akrura is talking about the material nature of three modes of material nature, about the goodness, passion, and ignorance. And in that he's speaking about like the material nature actually, the entanglements of what will happen in the material nature, how it will be like in the entanglements in the all conditional living beings, what will happen in the material world actually. Even from the Brahma, so from Brahma to the down to the non-moving creatures, all fall in these three modes of nature, in the three modes of nature, and the middle nature actually. This one thing is Akrura mentioning that is our, we need to actually, we need to in that way what is mentioning like we need to be always in the mode of goodness. Actually mode of goodness, sattva guna. In the sattva guna is how, even there are chances, even Brahma also, he was Jiva, see the topmost Jiva in the Jiva, but even sometimes he will fall. If he fall down, then he will be depending on the is gunas actually the three modes. We sometimes we fall down also. We fall down, we come back to the earthly planet and we take human things because we need to be always in the mode of goodness. That will be good actually. We at least we need to try actually. We need to try to be in the mode of goodness. It's not. Sometimes actually as a conditional source will be like a, that will be switches. Sometimes it will be like a mode of ignorance. Sometimes it will be mode of passion, and sometimes it will be in the mode of goodness also. That's a we need to practice every day. We need to practice. We need to reach that like a, that is at least we need to practice the mode of goodness. And that sattva guna by sattva guna by practicing, and one day we'll reach that above the top modes actually the three modes actually the so the sattva pure devotion. We will reach that pure devotion level. That is. And in the 13th and 14th verses, Akrura is comparing the Krishna him like a, how he's comparing like a, the fire actually. The fire is said to your face. He's comparing the Krishna's face as a fire and the feet as a earth and the sun as his eyes and something like, and the sky is navel, something. And like the direction of your senses of hearing actually, the child and the chief demigods, your arms, something like, and the ocean of abdomen, the oceans are so abdomen, even is through the your head actual, and the wind, you vital air and physical strength. The trees and plants are the hairs on your body, something like is a Krishna. Is Akrura is like praying something like this. Actually, is comparing the material nature with that. Um, with Krishna. How will be something like the trees and planets, the airs and the clouds, and even the hairs on your head is something like yeah, that this is one as the tree and plants on the body, and the clouds are like a head actually, hairs on head or something like, and the mountains and bones are nails of you and the supreme. These are one way is 13 and 14 verses are describing like this, and the 15th one, uh, even actually saying like the demigods even or even the overcoming all the demigods is originated from him only, and he's saying like the inexhaustible supreme personality of Godhead. Like this world travel with you, the basis of the mind and sense, just as aquatics swim in the sea and tiny insects burrow within the udumbrati. Actually, he's telling like even that all over here the verse is talking about that something like even the whatever you have that all the jivas, you all the jivas even moving actually, you are moving jivas and non-moving also actually. Even if you see the stinny actually, there is a we'll call the fruit like the udumba fruit actually. Even that contains small insects in that fruit actually. Even that price, even that contains a Kshirodaka Vishnu will be the Paramatma will be inside those soul actually. At the same time, even the demig also will have the souls of the Paramatma. That way, you will, in all actually, in all the living entities, you'll have the Krishna will reside inside as a Paramatma. Is the one mentioning some 16. System only actually as a residing as a Paramatma inside heart actually will cleanse actually by releasing. How will cleanse like we need to like a follow, we need to chant him. You need to chant like Hare Krishna Mahamantra, like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. This way, at the same time, we need to glorify the Lord Bhagavan, and at the same time, we need to hear actually his stories, pastimes, and that way we can cleanse actually. And by doing these all things, actually will manifest in our heart and will cleanse our heart actually. There's a and this from 17 slokas to some other slokas to next five slokas. Akrura is telling about is praying about these Krishnas like different avatars like Matsya avatara, like Pradyumna, Nirudha, like and something like a Vamana or there are Boar, there are kind of the different kind of avatars. He's talking about these avatars by by just by remembering these all avatars, he's glorifying to the Krishna in that way, and he's paying his obeisance to the like Lord Narasimha also. Narasimha is like all you remove all the you remove all the vignas whatever in our path in bhakti towards. No, actually, you have demigod also, Vigneshwara. Vigneshwara also, Ganesha will also remove the vignas whatever in our and that is only material purpose. Actually, when you pray to the Narasimha, I will like Narasimha will like Narasimha will ignore, actually he will remove all the vignas at same time will they will will give that message to the to progress in our bhakti actually. That's why we need to pray the Narasimha. Actually, this all Narasimha is because of he is also one of the avatar of the Krishna, Narasimha also. In that way, we need to not we can we can pray Narasimha, and that's why like so many and even Lord Rama also will this way this till 20 years and 20th sloka is Varsha discussed about that we will play the his obeisances to the sattvas like forms of Asudeva, Sankarsana and Pradyumna and Aniruddha. Uh, uh, this way, and then we'll play all the guna avatars, whatever number of the like 10 main avatars like even he plays to Buddha and at that time you will tell like at that enough like you need to pray the good actually you need to pray the we need to pray as a selfish without selfishly we need to pray like you don't think about it is mine or something else something false. You need to come out of the false ego and you need to pray to the God actually. And you suppose not any you not expect anything of fruitive results or you not that's even if I mention like Akrura is saying like you suppose not if he is a pure devotee you suppose not think about the material benefits. Just we need to think about that what ultimate goal actually ultimate goal even by praying this likely suppose you suppose not think about the money also money or wife or family something like also. You mentioned like and if you think about okay at the end when coming to know the last like a 6 5 6 like 12 he come to know oh what I am. He's thinking about him. He's he kind of material actually. You think about he's false actually. He's false ego. He's come to like how he is behaving. He's think about his personal emotions. You think like how we will be behaving before that, before not seeing Krishna, how he behave. Like you think about, he think about his personal, like the selfishly think about his family, his his killed children, his wife, and his money, all his wealth. He thinks about them. He come to know foolishly. Actually, I'm thinking about these all things, material things, but those material things. But this is not the thing I need to think about this, but I need to think about you and to serve you. That's why we think even even is applicable for the all the devotees, not only the Akrura, it's applicable to all of us because we need to think about that. You know, think about that Krishna actually. If, like there, so many things. I'm saying this like unconditional. Our bhakti will be like unmotivated, unconditional. Actually, there is any condition. It's not by based on condition. It's supposed not change at all. Actually, we need to be unconditionally, unmotivatedly. We need to serve Krishna. By that only we can reach the Krishna, our ultimate goal of the go back to Godhead. Actually, these are yeah. These are the prayers by Akrura. Actually, please forgive me if I make any mistakes, and I hope I please really please forgive me. Actually, thank you for giving this opportunity once again.
Hare Krishna Swarup Siddhi Prabhu, wonderful class, Prabhu. Thank you so much. I will cover a few points that I really liked. You started with how Akrura represents, Vandanam. He represents the prayerful mood. And you talked about the pastime of, how Kamsa wanted to kill Krishna, then Narada Muni reveals to Kamsa that Krishna is still alive, then he invites Krishna and Balarama, and then the gopis feel separation when Krishna is leaving. And then they stop to take a bath in the river, and then how Akrura gets bewildered by Vishnu and Anantasyesh in the river, and then Krishna and Balarama in the cart. So then he realizes, and then he offers these prayers. Um, you talked about how Krishna is source of all sources, Sarvakarna Karanam, and then, everything, including Brahma, everything comes from, expansion of Krishna, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Um, and then you also talked about, different forms of worship, like, if we want something, we can go worship demigods. If we want knowledge, we can go to Vedas. But ultimately, Sarvakarna Karna means, everything comes from Krishna. So, same way you talked about how all the prayers, if we can pray to demigods, all that prayers ultimately goes to Krishna. And Akrura says, it's best to just go to Krishna directly, because that will get you your ultimate goal. And then you talked about the verse in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, talks about, depending on what you want, that you will get. But ultimately, we should realize that we should pray to Krishna, but Krishna is the only enjoyer, and then we worship Krishna, then we can get to Krishna. Then you also talked about the other verses one by one. How Akrura explains how Krishna is manifesting like fire, earth, sky, clouds. Um, and then you made a very nice point that Krishna is manifesting for us as the holy name, pastimes, and all of these things. They not only they engage us, but they clean our heart, they purify us. So we have to engage in reading and chanting. Um, you talked about the various expansions that Akrura explains, how we have to pray to Lord Narasimha, pray to these expansions to strengthen our bhakti. And then the last few points, I really liked how we have to connect everything for Krishna. We can't think of I or my. We have to think of Krishna. And if we put Krishna in that center, that means we have to be unmotivated and unconditional, and that's the only way to reach Krishna. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very wonderful presentation. Thank you for your nice service in glorifying the Lord and glorifying Akrura's prayers. Um, Devotees, with that, we will end the program here and we will continue next week. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.